Hello. About the werewolf. The werewolf was a hybrid, is a hybrid of wolf and man. The werewolf was like the witches in the Middle Ages, something people could be accused of being. People could be a werewolf or a witch, and people would they considered a werewolf somebody who shapeshifts into a wolf or a wolf-like creature, a hybrid between man and wolf. The wolf, man's greatest enemy in the olden days. Well, in the Middle Ages, there was the idea of the werewolves. There were good werewolves. Not, there weren't just monsters who randomly killed people or something. They were protectors of people, or well, they could be good in that sense. And back in time, in northwestern Europe, in the days of the gods, when the gods like Odin and Thor were worshipped in this faith called Asatru, or the faith of the Germanic peoples. The Vikings, well, northwestern Europe, basically. Scandinavia, Germany, the Netherlands, England, approximately, in that area. And there was this faith in Odin and in Thor and in many other gods and spirits, elves, and such. Well, there were also people who banded together in a what is called a Männerbund. This German word is used for a group of men, and they in a certain cultic context. And in this case, I believe they worshipped Odin, and as Odin has the wolf as an animal by his side, so you can still see there in the mythology that the wolf is very much connected with Odin, and it's a beast of destruction, of death and war, and so is Odin, a god of death and war, a god of the wolf also. Excuse me. The wolf and Odin. So there was this group of men, and they would wear wolves' skins. That was called an ulfhednin, a wolf's skin bearer. Just like the berserkers. Also, well, better known, I suppose, these people wore bear skins, and they had as their totem animal, basically, one could call it a bear. So, similarly, with the Ulfhedner, the wolf's hide bearers, they, in their turn, had um, the wolf as a totem animal. This means compare this to Native American Indian people who dance their power animal, for instance. This is something that is practiced by these peoples, and when one compares this, one can see that this shamanistic idea of man becoming one with an animal is also present in the old faith of northwestern Europe, and the people who were these wolf skin bearers, they worshipped Odin and they became werewolves, and they were spiritual, like a shaman, but also a warrior, a kind of warrior priest. But perhaps also somewhat comparable to a sadhu in Hinduism. If you have a group of men and they can be armed, um, like that, a warrior, kind of warrior priest idea, both warrior as well as a holy man or a priest or a kind mystic warriors in that sense. These are called Ulfhednar, and these are the basically the idea from which stems the legends from it. So the Ulfhednar, the wolf's skin bearers of the old religion of northwestern Europe, were basically werewolves. So they were the roots of the idea. From this stems the idea of werewolves. So there's something about the Middle Ages that one finds in pictures of these times, that sometimes they would depict devils, and they would have a human body together on top, a human form, and below, like a satyr, a ghost. Just like the Greeks had different uh, animal human hybrids, like the centaur, half horse, half man. Or in the labyrinth, one would find that was it. This being with a ox had something with horns and body of a man and things like this. So there were with the Germanic peoples also, and such things and like werewolves and uh, so these devils, they could look like half a goat, half a man, or perhaps half a reptile, half a human being, like this. And then there were the people who could turn into a werewolf or a bear, a berserker or a werewolf. So this ends then my talk about the werewolf. Bye for now.